What if I told you there's a speed, one specific speed, where if you throw something fast enough, it never comes back down? Not because gravity stops, but because you outrun it, forever. That speed has a name. It's called escape velocity. And today, we're going to understand exactly what it is, and prove it with math, okay? A stick figure. Every time they throw a ball upward, gravity pulls it back down. The faster they throw, the higher it goes, but gravity always wins. But what if the ball is going so fast, that by the time gravity slows it down a little, it's already farther from Earth, where gravity is even weaker, so it slows down even less, and it keeps going, and going, forever. That's escape velocity. It's not about escaping gravity, it's about outpacing it. So escape velocity on Earth is defined as the minimum velocity with which the body has to be projected vertically upwards from the surface of Earth so that it just crosses the gravitational field of Earth and never returns on its own. To figure out the exact number, we need two things from physics. First, kinetic energy. That's the energy of motion. If something is moving, it has kinetic energy. The formula is 1/2 times mass times velocity squared. Second, gravitational potential energy. That's the energy stored because of gravity's pull between two objects. The formula is -g times m divided by r. Don't panic. We'll use these like tools, plug in the right things and we'll get our answer. Energy is conserved. It doesn't appear or disappear. When the ball is launched from Earth's surface, it has two kinds of energy, kinetic energy, from its speed, and gravitational potential energy, from Earth pulling on it. Now, for just barely escaping, imagine the ball reaches infinity and its speed is exactly zero. No more, no less. Just barely made it. At infinity, the gravitational potential energy is zero, because it's infinitely far from Earth. And since it's just stopped, kinetic energy is also zero, so the total energy at infinity equals zero, and because energy is conserved, the total energy at launch must also equal zero. Okay, let's derive it. Step by step, we said total energy at launch equals total energy at infinity. That means, kinetic energy plus potential energy equals zero, so 1/2 mv squared plus minus g capital M small m upon r equals to zero. As you know, plus and minus makes minus. Now take this part to other side, the m, the mass of the ball, appears in every term. So we cancel it out. Mass of the object doesn't matter, so we get this, multiply both sides by 2. 2 cancels each other. Take the square root of both sides, so v is equal to under root 2 gm upon r. So this is the escape velocity formula. G is the gravitational constant, always the same. M is the mass of the planet. R is the radius of the planet, how far you are from its center. Bigger planet, more mass equals higher escape velocity. Farther from the center equals lower escape velocity. Let's try it for Earth. We have the value of gravitational constant, the mass of the Earth and radius. Now putting these value into the formula, and the answer is approximately 11,200 meters per second. That's 11.2 kilometers per second. On the Moon, escape velocity is only 2.4 kilometers per second. That's why Moon missions could launch with smaller rockets. On Mars about 5 kilometers per second, easier than Earth. On Jupiter 59 kilometers per second. Thanks for watching the video. Please like, subscribe and share.